Hello gamers, welcome to my second episode of 5-Minute Game Reviews. I'm Julian, and I'll be walking through a game today that's a pretty new addition to my collection. It's a game I picked up this summer when I visited a good friend of mine in Tucson, Arizona, and I wanted to get something to commemorate my time down there, so I went ahead and picked up Colt Express. Even though it's new to my collection, this game has been out for a couple years. It was published in 2014 by Ludonaute games. It was designed by Christophe Raimbault, and it has several thousand ratings on Board Game Geek, and it has a solid 7.2 rating. It is a fun game. With regard to the mechanics, it's pretty simple and straightforward. It plays 2 to 6 people. It takes about 30 minutes, I would say, to play. But yeah, as far as the mechanics go, it's a simple mini deck building game. And basically folks take turns playing cards, and depending where you are on the track, or on the train I should say, which is the game board, that determines what everyone else plays, and I'll get into that in a little bit more. When I mentioned that the game board is a train, that is true. That, I think, is the coolest thing about this game, is the game board itself, and I'll be showing you a little quick demo on how the game works. It is a lot of fun. As far as the artwork goes, I wasn't too crazy about the art. It's a little simpler, a little cartoony, but I think with more realistic art, it would have made for a more immersive experience. But that said, it matches the theme of the game, which is kind of, one-upping other people on the train to get more money than everyone else. So yeah, let's take a look and see how it plays here. So in Colt Express, you have 2 different ways you can play. You can play the standard version, where every character is the exact same, just a different color, or you can play the advanced version, where each character has a special ability indicated by these icons. I prefer the standard version because I like the equal playing field for everyone. This is set up for 3 players. Like I said, you can play up to 6. I've played with 5 at the most, I think, and each game runs pretty quickly. So each game starts with the sheriff in the locomotive, and then you go in turn order. One thing that I think is so wonderful about this game is just the game board alone that you play on the bottom and the top levels of the train. Well, the sheriff doesn't, so that's a bad example, but all the characters can go up or down, left or right, that type of thing. The sheriff always is on the bottom level. But at the beginning of each game, each train car has a recipe there to show how many treasures are located on that car. This has 3 gems, and there are 6 different cars, one for each player to start on, and so I think that's a nice twist to each game. The rounds are dictated by your stop cards, like train stops. This shows that there are 5 rounds. Each player has a hand of cards with different symbols. The symbols represent different actions you can take in a turn and are very simple to understand. There's only 4 or 5 different symbols, so it's really, really easy. Turn order goes, you decide what you want to do, so I'm going to pick up some money. Cheyenne here is going to move, and then Doc here is also going to move. So once all the rounds have been played through from our hands, we flip over the cards and we go in order. So I pick up money. Ooh, 250. That's the lowest value. Cheyenne gets to move. She's going to move back here. And then Doc sees that Cheyenne moved there, so he's going to run away over here. And it's really interesting. It reminds me of that game, if you're in Little League baseball or softball, where you had the bat and you keep going until you reach the top. That's really what this reminds me of. So if you get frustrated by someone throwing off your strategy early on, this might not be the game for you. However, if you like, poking someone in the eye every once in a while, then maybe you'll have a lot of fun with this game. I don't like getting thrown off my strategy that much. However, this game is so quick and level and just fast moving, and you can get a game cranked out in about 30 seconds, and everyone has a lot of fun seeing how everything unfolds. So I would definitely encourage everyone to check it out. Another one done. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter at 5minreviewer. Also, be sure to check back every Tuesday and Friday for more videos. And don't forget to click subscribe. Until then, I've got some more games to play, so see you next time.